IRS agents who blew the whistle on Hunter Biden get rewarded bigly, as it should be. You know, I absolutely love this story. It's not huge news by any means, but I actually promoted it to the top story, the big headline on thelibertydaily.com this morning, simply because this is what I want people to see. You know, every now and then I will post stories that maybe they're not up here as far as the news itself. Maybe they're down here, but I'm going to elevate them because people need to be aware of this. Right now, what are the incentives to be a whistleblower? Nothing. You know, put your conscience at ease. That's about it. But that was before the Trump administration. That was before Scott Bessent and his taking over of the IRS. Watch.
The culture of being able to come forward when you see wrongdoing is a central part of our democracy. I saw these two fellows before the president's address to Congress in Speaker Johnson's office. They came over to me and said, you know, sir, we're still being harassed. And I had been in touch with Senator Grassley about what was happening to them, but seeing them in person really brought it home for me. So I went and decided I would bring them into Treasury, give them a year to investigate the wrongdoing that's going on at the IRS, and then they will go back in. Mr. Shapley will serve as the senior deputy for investigations and enforcement. So we'll have them in Treasury. We'll learn what's been going on at the IRS, what's been wrong, how could this Hunter Biden nonsense have happened, and we're going to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone again, whether they're Republicans, Democrats, or independents.
Doesn't matter. Either way, Republicans, Democrats, independents, as it should be. You know, these types of things should not be weaponized. If they had come out and they had blown the whistle on Eric Trump, I would have been very happy if they would have gotten promoted. They probably wouldn't have, but still. The idea here is this, is that if you see something, say something. If there's wrongdoing in your department, in your agency, in whatever, you should blow the whistle. And but the reason that people don't is because what's the point? What's it going to benefit them? Why go through the hassle? Why take the risk? And we've seen some whistleblowers that are supposedly protected, and yet here they are talking about getting fired, having their lives ruined, especially in the FBI. That seemed to be very prevalent in the last administration. Well, now it's like, hey, blow the whistle because it's the right thing to do, but also because we're going to notice. We being the Trump administration, we're going to take note of what you did, what you risked, what you went through, and we're going to reward you as a result. Article over at justthenews.com by Jerry Dunleavy. Hunter Biden whistleblowers get promoted by Trump after Biden-era retaliation. The two IRS whistleblowers who shed light on failures to properly investigate Hunter Biden and who were allegedly retaliated against as a result have now received promotions from the Trump administration. IRS Supervisory Special Agent Gary Shapley and IRS Special Agent Joseph Ziegler will serve as senior advisors to Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, according to Just the News. Now, look, it's not like, oh, hey, you know, we'll get you an extra vacation day. These are actually like legitimately true promotions. These guys are going to have an opportunity to do very good work. Why? Because they did very good work. They bucked the system. They took something, and we're talking about the Hunter Biden scenario here. So it's not like, oh, you know, it's like them and like two other people. There's probably 100 people who were in some way involved or aware of within the IRS of what was going on, and none of them blew the whistles except for these two guys. Yes, I want that rewarded. Absolutely, positively. And again, not because it's Hunter Biden, because there was wrongdoing that was taking place within our government. People need to have, I don't want to say it's incentive. The incentive really should be to stop corruption and to do the right thing. But you shouldn't have to make a choice between doing the right thing and taking a huge risk, potentially even losing your career, as many people have experienced. With the president's administration, with people like Scott Bessent out there making the right choices, maybe we will get more whistleblowers. And somebody actually said to me, well, they didn't say it was, oh yeah, it was a reply to a tweet, but still, their reply was, well, this is going to open the floodgates to whistleblowers. We're going to get whistleblower complaints left and right. This is ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, we'll get whistleblower complaints left and right, and some of them will be real, and some of them will be fake. Some of them will be big, some of them will be small, but at least we're getting them. Okay, instead of not knowing about it or wasting investigative resources to figure it out. Let's get the people who actually know what's happening, get them to say, hey, this is happening, and then maybe we might actually be able to end some of the corruption here in the United States government. Open up the floodgates of your understanding of what's happening in the world around us. You can do this by subscribing to my very special newsletter. I only publish my most important work there, probably 2-3 times a week max. Go to jdrucker.substack.com, jdrucker.substack.com. It's free.